A portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by Green Chef.
I found the right kind of love. You're on the right side of love. Ooh.
Hello, hello. Welcome to my day. Look who's with me. Hello, Mr. Judah. We're having a little date today. It is Mother's Day weekend, and I'm kicking it off with visiting, where are we? A plant festival, plant fair. It's here at the Skagit Valley Fairgrounds. The Washington State University Master Gardeners hold an event, a plant fair, every year, and I've never gone before. This is my first year, and Judah wanted to take a little date with me. So we're gonna walk around, see what we can find. Kind of just here to walk and enjoy plants and enjoy being in the company of other people who enjoy plants, but maybe I'll also find something to take home with us. Home again, home again. Did you have a fun time with Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you help Daddy clean up the house?
No.
Did Daddy do it all by himself? Wow. I came home to a beautifully cleaned house. Weston did not have to do that. We're a team, so we share household duties, but it was mostly my mess. Weston also surprised me with something else this week that I will be sharing with you later on in this video. I'm so excited about it. It needs its own moment, so stay tuned. Right now, since I don't have to do housework, I can go straight outside and get to work with some of the fun stuff that I want to do today. It's already getting pretty warm. I need to water my garden. I should have done that before I left today. I'm going to share with you a little plant haul of some of the stuff that I picked up while I was out. And while I'm watering the garden right now, I'm going to throw it back to sponsor Natalie, who's going to share with you about Green Chef for the next 2 minutes. Is it just me, or are the months of May and June just as busy as the holiday season for you? Between the graduations, baby showers, weddings, spring sports, end of the school year functions, our weeknights have gotten quite hectic. You throw in garden projects on top of that, and getting dinner on the table is quite the challenge this time of the year. But not anymore, thanks to Green Chef. I am so excited about this week's recipes. I've got Cajun barramundi bowls with Creole Dijonnaise, sage brown butter chicken piccata. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I think I'm drooling. And then the cranberry walnut chicken salad wraps, which is actually what I'm gonna make for myself today for lunch. And did you know that Green Chef is the only CCOF certified organic meal kit delivery subscription? We have loved every single recipe that we have tried with them, and it has made getting dinner on the table so quick and easy, like 30 minutes or less. Some of them, like this quick and easy lunch that I'm gonna have today, are 10 minutes or less. It's so great to be able to go on the Green Chef website and pick out meals that work for our family and our dietary needs. We've got some food intolerances like eggs and dairy, and you can even narrow down things for gluten-free, keto, vegetarian, vegan, and many other diets or lifestyles. I love that so much about Green Chef. This meal kit has so much diversity and flexibility. So if you want to pause or skip your subscription, double up on a meal, or send a box to a friend, it's super easy to do so on the Green Chef website. They don't make you jump through a million hoops to pause your subscription. Anyone get really annoyed with that with other companies? So today, because Mama needs some protein, I'm gonna make myself these wraps. Corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two pictures. One thing I will say about Green Chef is that their meals always end up turning out to look like the pictures on their recipe cards, which I really appreciate. It definitely boosts my confidence as a home cook. And if you want to check out Green Chef for yourself, then go to the link in my description box. It's greenchef.com, and then enter the code Natalie60 at checkout. That gets you 60% off your first box with them, plus free shipping. So I'm gonna enjoy my little lunch outside, and thanks so much to Green Korean chef for sponsoring that portion of today's video, for helping me help support our family, and for making it possible for me to continue to put free content on my YouTube channel. Okay, back to the video.
When there's somebody who you can cuddle up to, ain't that a grand and glorious feeling? When you're hugging her there in that cozy old chair, ain't that a grand and glorious feeling? Every little kiss does you so much good. You're so full of bliss, you just feel like nothing would.
Okay, the garden is watered. Those plants are just soaking up the sun over there. I have more plants to get into the ground, but I don't think that this weekend is going to be the time to do it, just because it's supposed to be quite hot. We have a heat wave, which for us, we went from a high of like 55 to it's supposed to be like 85 or 90 this weekend. These are my tomato starts over here. I have them tipped because I'm gonna train them to grow sideways. My mom was sharing this method over on her Instagram, so I will link that reel that she made. It's very clever, and so I'm gonna try it this year. My tomato starts are getting so big. These are the ones that I started from seed in my little indoor greenhouse. More on greenhouses in a bit, but I wanna show you what I picked up at the plant fair today. One of the vendors ended up having a little paper grocery bag, so I was able to stuff some things in here. First of all, I picked up a couple of eggplant starts. 2 of those, I've never grown eggplant before, so this will be an adventure, but it was a master gardener's exhibit, and she was telling me that these have been like specifically made to grow really well in the Pacific Northwest. And then I also, oh, there's my receipt. These plants were like $2 and $3 each. Definitely a good price. And then I picked up a few sunflowers. These are the teddy bear. They're a dwarf sunflower and they are so cool looking. And then I stopped by my friend's booth. She was actually one of my high school teachers at the school that I went to. Weston and I both went to that school, and she's a dear friend. And she cultivates dahlias, and so she had tubers for sale. I've never done dahlias before, and so we had a good chat about getting started with that. I'm gonna have to scope out a spot for these, but I got this one. I'll show you the picture. This is called Rip City Dahlia. Judah picked this one out. It's beautiful, like that deep purpley maroon. And then I picked this one out. Oh my gosh, this one just jumped out at me. This is called Alamode Dahlia. How gorgeous is that one? So I can't wait to see how these turn out. Total newbie with this sort of thing, so I've got more research to do. My friend is also available if I have little questions here and there. But that's everything I picked up at the plant fair this weekend. I also stopped by a local plant sale that a bunch of retired ladies from this community have apparently every year, where they just start a bunch of plants and then sell them kind of garage sale style out of someone's home. So let me show you what I picked up there, because I got some really good deals. So all of these plants that I picked up were like $2 and $3 each. I got some of these flowering ornamental onions, alliums, and then I got this giant sedum. This is called Autumn Joy, and it gets really beautiful blooms on it. Each of these rose bushes were $3 each. I could not pass these up. I don't have a spot for everything right now, but we're making spots. I have so much color coming up in my little planters here on each end of the garden. My lilac tree, I'll show you an up close. It is just exploding with blossoms. Whew. It's starting to get warm out here. At least this Pacific Northwest girl thinks that I think it's 76 right now. It's feeling kind of warm. I think I'm gonna change. I've got a little bit of dirty work to do. I'm gonna get out of this dress and work on something that I am so excited about. So I think it's the understatement of the century to say that I'm excited about this surprise that Weston got me for Mother's Day / my birthday. They're usually within a week of each other, and he went above and beyond. I was not expecting this. He packed us up for what I thought was a regular old Costco run, but we ended up coming home with a greenhouse, and it's the exact one that I've had my eyes on for months. I've wanted an outdoor greenhouse for years, and more than just buying this for me, the big part of this is him setting aside some time after he gets home from a long day of work to little by little work on the assembly of this greenhouse, and especially the preparation for where it's gonna go. He's been on the tractor, carving out a little spot here in this bank beside our driveway, chicken coop area, garden area. It's the perfect, partly shady spot to put my nice new little greenhouse. We've worked for days hand leveling the ground out. He and my dad brought in some material that we can put pavers on top of. We have spent a lot of time through just a very physically demanding part of this process of moving all of these pavers and leveling everything out and making a really good solid base to put my greenhouse. This is definitely going to be a labor of love, doing some assembly, working as a team, and I just think it's so special. It's something that I have wanted for a while. I am just absolutely over the moon, so freaking excited that I get to have a greenhouse. Weston did not have to do this, but I am just so grateful. So what you just saw was the last couple of days. That was Mother's Day weekend. I spent Mother's Day in the 90+ degree weather, laying down and hauling pavers with Weston. We got this shade set up, which was such a good idea on Weston's part. We also assembled just the front wall of the greenhouse. This assembly it's quite involved. And so I thought I would help us out. And today I spent an hour or so just laying out all of the materials piece by piece. They're all numbered. This thing has really good reviews, but the reviews will tell you that it is a beast to put together. So we're going to continue to work as a team. I don't know if it's going to be all the way finished before the end of this video, but this is definitely not the only video that you will see some greenhouse action, and I am so excited to utilize this space and to have an outdoor space for seed starting, growing, and taking care of plants and everything that you would use a greenhouse for, including sitting out there with a cup of coffee if the kids are getting a little too crazy inside the house and I need an escape. Maybe it will become my war room. I also organized the hardware for this assembly. Everything was in these little bags. They weren't even zip-locked, so you had to like tear a hole in the side and they would spill. And so I just took, this is a photo organizer. I got this from Michael's last year, actually. It was on a crazy sale. I purchased a couple of these because I wanted them for seed packet storage, but this other one that I bought because it was such a good deal, we are using to organize all of the different types of screws and hardwares and washers and nuts and etc. So Weston's on his way home, and we are going to get back to work doing the assembly of the greenhouse. But for now, I'm going to head to the back patio. We've got some shade over there. I've got herbs to plant in little pots on my back patio, strawberries and possibly blueberries to plant, and I'm hoping to get that all done before Weston gets home and we resume the assemblage. I keep getting sidetracked. As I was walking by, I saw my first pink jasmine bloom. Oh wait, there's a couple on that one too. Look at this. I've been waiting weeks for these. Oh, do they smell good? Oh my gosh, they smell amazing. Oh, I can't wait until this whole thing is covered in blooms. Okay, so I cleared out and swept this little area by the back door. I'm thinking this little shady spot of our patio is going to be the perfect place for some herbs. So let's see, I picked up some basil, some lemongrass. I also have some English thyme, which I've planted thyme between my pavers in my garden, but I want like actual like cutting kitchen thyme. And then I have a couple of varieties of mint, which should be in a pot, like a separate planter, not in the ground in my garden. I don't think I've ever had more comments on a video about any one subject than last year when I planted mint in my garden. So I appreciate how strongly you all feel about that, and I agree. And so I changed that. I did a little bit of a pivot, and I'm gonna keep the mint on the back patio. And I'd like to actually start moving a lot of my herbs to the back patio. I think it's just a better environment for them. It's full sun over in the garden, and a lot of them just bolt so quickly. So I have a collection, some new, some really old, like some of these had houseplants in them from years ago back in our old house. Just little planters. I think what I'm gonna do is just mix and match white and ivory, different shapes and sizes and textures, but all kind of in that white family. And then I think with the pretty green coming out of them, it'll look classy and cute, but be super functional here right on our patio in this spot that we really don't use for anything else. And because the door swings in that spot, we can't really use it for anything else. We want to change this door and step arrangement someday down the road. But for now, it's gonna be my little herb patio. Herbs are all potted up and they look so pretty. This is actually kind of a nice little decor piece for the patio. You gotta love functional decor. It's easy to access from the kitchen, and bonus points, it's edible. Speaking of edible, I need to go make some dinner. Weston's home. I did not get to my strawberry and blueberry planting. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that tomorrow, but they're doing just fine over there in their pots for now. I'm gonna go get some dinner put together. It'll be super quick and easy because it's Green Chef, yay! And then once dinner is over, it's back out to assembling the greenhouse.
Feels just like the first time. I remember everything about that day, and what I felt never went away. And the sun rises and falls like always. These have been the best of my days. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better.
Happy birthday to me. My mom bought me a tree. Well, I guess it's more of a bush. I told my mom a few days ago, I said, now that I have a greenhouse, I would love to get a citrus plant so that we can grow our own. And she went out and bought me a lime plant. Look at how sweet this is. She did not have to do that. How sweet. She and my brother came over and spent a little while with us. I made us some coffee. I'm actually still working on mine, and I'm just feeling so overwhelmed and blessed today. 31 trips around the sun, and I'm grateful for every single one of them and however many more God chooses to give me here on this earth. I am so overwhelmed with just gratitude right now. This whole greenhouse situation has actually been quite emotional for me, and for reasons I can't quite put words to, but there's just something about looking out and seeing this little greenhouse. It's been such a reminder for me of how God provides for us, but not just physically, not just like material things. I'm grateful for the greenhouse itself, but I'm reminded that God provides for us emotionally and relationally. I'm so grateful for my husband and the man that he is, and just the sacrifices he's made over the last several days to make this all come together. I'm grateful that we were able to work together on it. It was such a labor of love, and we've got some good memories from the process of putting it together. I'm grateful for our friend Nathan, who came out to help us get this all finished up and to add an extra set of hands. At times it was kind of like a 3-person job. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was not an easy thing to assemble, and it's just really coming together. Let me show you. Everything pretty much has been put together for this space. We were building the shelves last night. We got the upper shelves done. The lower shelves still need to be completed, but we got interrupted. So we're gonna keep working on it. We've got this little hatch up here with the opener that is heat activated, and it pops itself open when it gets to a certain temperature to cool it off a little bit in here, give it some more airflow. It's got plenty of airflow right now because we have not installed the door yet. That is another thing yet to complete, but I mean, we are so close. We are almost done. Weston and I will probably spend this evening just finishing it all up so we can get the boxes and debris and materials and tools and stuff out of here, and I can really start getting this spot in working order. Weston's gonna run power out to here. I don't know how soon that's gonna be done. It's not vital to have it done ASAP, but I mean, this wasn't even in the plan for this week. I was surprised with this. As much as I like to wait until one part of a project is totally finished before moving on to the next, you know what? It's my birthday and I'm gonna plant some flowers. Picked up a bunch of things from a local nursery. I went to Lowe's and found a ton of stuff on clearance, like for $1 or $2. And I have a couple of like urn style planters that I would like to have adorning the front of my new greenhouse. So I think I'm gonna spend this beautiful sunny May afternoon, my birthday, by the way, guys, my birthday is always sunny. And what a better way to spend my sunny birthday afternoon than to plant some flowers. Let's do it. Oh!
And there's stuff in it.
That's so pretty.
It took me a while.
Oh, I bet it did. Oh, and you found spruce tips. My favorite. Thank you.
That's a snack for you.
Mm-hmm. I could use a snack. Thank you so much. The final screw! Yay!
It's all
It's
done.
done.
You did it. You
Thank
did
you.
It.
No.
I just helped put together.
No. Don't be so humble. This was incredible, and I am so excited. I cannot believe I have a greenhouse. Babe, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. Happy birthday, Mother's Day.
Thank you. I'm just popping this little added in part of the video here because it's a little bit more done and I didn't want to close out without showing you a little bit more of the finished product. Of course, this is a work in progress and a space that will evolve from season to season, but we got a little bit more done and I just had to show you. So let's take a little tour of the greenhouse. We got the shelves all finished and put in here. I've started putting some of my fertilizers and stuff up there. These are extra parts and hardware and some tools that we used in the assembly. I'm gonna clean that up, but I plan to get some more storage here on the bottom. There's my lime plant. It's actually supposed to get pretty cold tonight, so I brought her inside. I need a name. Let me know in the comments what we should name the lime tree. But I love how this turned out. I love seeing the branches on the roof, especially on sort of a blustery day like today. Our weather definitely changed. But I will say the most special part of all of this is this sweet little stained glass hanging that my grandma had in her room while I was growing up. She actually had a few of these, and myself and my sisters each got one. And so it gets a spot right up there, and when the morning light shines through, it's absolutely beautiful and very, very special. That hatch on the roof is closed right now because it's not warm enough for it to trigger it to open up. I'll be able to stand here and look out a bit and see some chicken activity. Stay tuned. I think the first vlog of June, you'll be introduced to our chickens. That's the hope, that's the plan. But I love how everything turned out in here. I'm excited to get power run out to here. I can string some lights or hang some baskets. Have a perfect little oasis for my plants, for me on some days. I just have to be careful to not get locked inside. And oh my goodness, these planters turned out so pretty. I could not be happier. I think this mix of colors is just so sweet and romantic. This is right up my alley. I had deep plum or dark maroon calla lilies in my wedding bouquet, along with a lot of these colors that I have here. And I just love how these planters turned out, along with how the greenhouse turned out. What an amazing, fun project. Well, that's it, folks. I'm gonna go enjoy birthday dinner, which is takeout sushi. It's Friday night, and that's what we typically do for a little Friday night date, and it sounds perfect. After a long 8 or 9 days,
Yep.
It feels like a lifetime ago when I was raking all of this out and leveling it, and oh my gosh, all the pavers.
All the extra pavers.
All the extra pavers. I ended up scabbing some from my garden because I didn't order enough. I did my math wrong. So I'll have to make it up to my garden paths and get new pavers put down there, but that's another thing for another time, and I am hungry. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. Be sure you have your notifications turned on because next week I'm back at it with some decluttering. I have a messy to minimal episode. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Thanks so much for spending a little part of your day here with me, here with us on my channel. You wanna say catch you later? Catch you later.
New story to tell, new sights, new scenes, new memories.